Back out here on field one for grand final action now. Men's 40s. South Queensland Sharks taking on the Scorpions. These two teams know each other very well. Come against each other in big finals on multiple occasions in this division. Scorps looking to get the first points. Good defence there. Darren Robson in the 2 for the Sharks. Skipping across field, nice switch, and they've got the opening points, had they? Yes. Getting there before Leon Skinner can make the touch. And the Scorpions opening points here, men's 40s grand final. Let's have a look on the replay. Nice skip across field from the number 9, Shane Warman. And he was dynamic in the semi-final earlier on today. Richard Foot on screen there for the Scorps. And they strike early. Troy Skinner in the 6, dishes from half. Leon, they play within the 7, fire one out. Nice slide defence though, forces the Sharks to retrieve. And they're losing metres. They finish off in the corner. Good meters here from the Scorps. Danger man, Warman back on the field. The last touch here, trying to thread the needle. Good defence though from South Queensland. Skinner takes the tap. Gets us back underway. Ooh, forward pass I think might have been picked up from the Sharks. Just a couple of little jitters early on. Strong contact forces the mistake. Aaron Jones in and about. So see Woolman head to the sub box for the Scorpions. Jones now. The sweep comes around the back. Putting the foot down, getting away from the defence. Leon Skinner. How many times over his career have you seen that? First try there for the Sharkies. Just gritting the teeth, getting away from 2 defenders. And locked up at 1 apiece. Jason Ford, or Richard Foot I should say, who's in the 7. Jason in the 7 for the Sharks. Just lost their way there. The Scorpions, as changes come onto the field now for South Queensland. Nothing in that one. Skinner gets back to his feet, plays the ball. Doing it tough in this set to try and get forward. Switching now. Last touch for them. Linking back out. And the touch is made. A good defensive set there for him. Makes the touch for the Scorpions. Touch one here. And they'll roll over the halfway line on 2. Collegian now. Plays the ball. Warman. Nice take. Stretch out for that one. Warman in the half. Schemes across, tries to get in between the middle and link. Nice touch. Was the winger actually in the number 8, Troy Nichols. For South Queensland, coming in off the flanks. More Couple changes on the cards here for the Sharks. Pressure. Oh, bobble in the roll ball. Got away with that one. Jones picks it up with the left hand. 2 players on the deck. Jones still crabbing across field. Switches in. Oh, late pass picked up by Warman. The dummy. Nice meters. Oh, good read from outside. Forces in the cab across. Another touch made there from Damien Moore. Oh, Jones. Just holding on to that one. Changes coming on here for the Sharks. Still getting their line set. Late switch coming in, and the touch made just before that one could get down on the line. Contact. Overton makes another touch. 3rd one in the row. So Scorps come back towards the midfield. The touch made. Nice drive into the line. Warman takes off. Throws a nice right to left and finished off beautifully in the corner. Wayne Kaleja gets that one down. 2nd try on the board. Shane Warman again showing his hand early. Good finish in the corner. 2nd try here for the Scorps. (2-1) on the Painaway scoreboard in the favour of the team from Sydney. Skinner in the half. Goes to Jones. A little wobbly one out of the hands. Throws the head back. Too happy with the execution on that one. Davies will earn the penalty for his team. Players are called offside from South Queensland. So a full set of 6 here for the Scorpions. There's McLaughlin linking up with Terry Joe. Joe in the half. They sweep around the back, take on the line. And the touch is made. Jason Ford claiming that one for the Sharks. Ooh, just chipping away. Out in front there at Nathan McLaughlin. Just a little bit of space out there for him. Didn't look like there was much happening for the Scorps. Just open up a little bit. Moore rolls forward. It was Troy Nichols, I should say, in the 8. Skinner now picks up. Thread it through the hands, off the fingertips, can't hold on to it. Lee Drennan jumps on the mic for this men's 40s grand final. Good to see you, Lethal.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks for having me. Great to be here. Huge occasion. Grand final has started.
How good is this, mate?
Parachuted in for the grannies.
It's the Scorps who have the slight advantage in this one. 2-1 is the score.
2-1 is the score.
2-1. Don't refer to the scoreboard over there. They've missed a couple.
Okay, no worries.
They've got the score as 1-0. Definitely 2-1.
2-1, okay.
So traditional rivals, these two teams. You often see them come up against each other in this division. Ooh, contact. Referee's happy for that to continue. Last touch. Aaron Jones skips.
Also the exact same teams that will be playing in the 30s men's final as well. So a little bit of a preview there. And plenty of these players have jumped now from the 30s division probably a couple of years ago into the 40s now. So very familiar counterparts.
Hamilton rolls forward again here for the Scorps. Ooh, it's come off the boots in the roll ball. Gives the ball back to South Queensland. They'll head towards their box this set. Changes coming onto the park here for the Sharks.
Aaron Jones bringing the visor back into fashion as well, Scott, I've noticed. Which
Love a visor, aerodynamic.
Quite impressive, yeah. Underused the visor, I would suggest.
Oh yeah, good call from the ref. He was facing Lismore when he played that ball,
Yeah,
I think.
Very quick to crack down on it there too, the referee. Which is a shame for the Sharks because they had a great platform there. They got the roll ball right on the 7 metre line, which is exactly where you want it. So they'd be disappointed to have that pulled up.
Richard Foote will take the tap and get us back underway. Down the sideline they go with Lees. Changes on now.
They've created a little bit of space here, Scott.
Put the foot down,
More than a little bit, in fact.
Jeez, that was a genuine chance.
It's a genuine ankle tap also in defence.
Yeah, both Sharks players you'll see. This is Adam Fahim here. Puts it down. Oof, full stretch. Try and stop that one. Last one now for the Scorpions. Nothing doing.
Last touch too.
Starting to lose ground. Still happy to put it through the hands though. Oh, here he goes, Fahim again. Oh, little bobble. He's elusive out there on the right edge.
Fahim, the number 3 for the Scorpions. It's 2 half chances he created in that set. Just with foot speed, really, too. Scott just jinking to the outside of his defender. That could be late. No, allowed to play one.
Got away with one there, the Sharkies. Playing through the middle. Last touch, though. Sends Jason Ford back out to the 7.
Takes off, it's a good switch.
Jones.
Not a bad ball either.
Oh, Cal Overton.
There's no forward pass there either, Scott, so it was definitely backwards. So the winger probably didn't have much space to work in, but if he was able to grasp that, it's a definite chance. He had enough space there, really, didn't he?
Here's for him now. Gets a well-deserved break. Changes flow on here for the Scorpions. Warman dishes. And look to set for himself. Here he goes with the right-handed scoop. Takes off. Nice support. Good defence back in the middle. They're going to get a penalty, though.
Penalty, yeah. I thought the Sharks' shape was quite good there. Like, they kept them a long way out, but obviously now having to defend a repeat set very close to the line, this will be a huge test. Finals tries, they almost count for double, I think. Not sure if that's scientifically proven, but it feels that way when you're chasing the game.
I'll just look to set up here. The Scorpions. Sweeper coming around the back. Davies gets it, sends it back midfield. Too close to go for phase.
It's great defence. They were looking, you could see, wanted to get the ball down really quickly, but it would have ended up playing it sort of a metre out from the line. It would have been easily captured, so probably the right decision made there.
Static again. Come back towards the midfield. Drew Davies, ball in hand, steps out. Warman takes the space, gets into the in-goal, can't get away.
Great touch in the end by Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, the number 15. He actually called his other middle to hit, looked for him to support him, and then because he ran back so close to him, he's able to dive and make the touch. You can see his right arm goes there. But then the dummy switch that gets through, he was done well to make that, although they're going to be under more pressure here by the looks, Scott.
Forward pass has been picked up by the refs. Yeah, spot on, more pressure. been camped down this end of the field in the last few sets. In defence, the Sharks. Scorpions haven't come up with the points on the last few attacking raids.
Richard Foote is the man in the middle here that looks to be setting up for the sweeper play.
Oh, brick ball there.
Yeah, well, no offside penalty given. There was a huge amount of emphasis made on ensuring the referee knew he'd made the line.
Here's Warman again. Oh, just at the last minute. Davies. Yeah. Warman really pointing to the spot, and the referee's got to do the same now. Just caught on the back foot there, the Sharks.
I think he's got this one right, the referee, because you can see, I think it's Skinner that doesn't want to make the touch. You can see they don't want to give the second phase, so tries to sort of pull out and not bite, we would say, but then sort of pulled out too far to the point where the Scorpions player was able to dive over the line and actually finish that. It's the right idea. You're trying to avoid giving people second phase, certainly giving the attacking team second phase that close to the line, but still the touch needs to be made at some stage.
Just caught napping there at South Queensland. Pushes the Scorpions back out to a 2-try advantage, 3-1 on the Pain Away scoreboard. Jones back to Leon Skinner. They connect up. Jones trying to push through the line. Referee's going to be on top of that one. We have seen that the refs have been really on that throughout the tournament.
Is that a hook? He's going for the hook.
I don't know whether he necessarily did the traditional hooking motion with his arm, but he definitely progressed through the line and used his body to try and block out.
Hard one that though, because you are allowed definitely to win body position. You're allowed to get past your defender, I guess, and have better body position than them. But you obviously can't grab onto them or hook them behind the ball. So it'll be interesting to see how the referee interprets that for the rest of the game.
On the run again here, the Scorpions, late flick.
Flick pass.
Out to the box they go. More changes. Clock starts to wind down here in the first half. 2.5 to go.
I'd really love one before halftime. It's quite an obvious statement, but before halftime, with this sort of roll into the line, would be a huge moment for the Sharks to hit back in this game.
Skinner now. Oh, it's been picked off by Davies. Has he got the legs to go the whole way? He links up.
I reckon. Number 15.
Yeah, Nathan McLaughlin. See you later. Plonks it down. Whoa.
Is it Nathan McLaughlin or Andrew Lees there? Ooh. Scott? What do you think?
I have to double check the number.
Number 15, I thought it was.
Oh, I might have picked up the 14. You might be right. We know that's Drew Davies who picked that one off. And he must have been extremely happy to see the support. It is the 15. Andrew Lees would pick up lethal.
That's a huge moment in the game because, in all fairness, the Sharks probably could have scored themselves. They'd created enough numbers. They were in a really strong position attackingly, and then to have it swing with that great intercept means that it goes to, rather than being a 2-1 scoreline, it's now out to 3-0. Good hands to keep the ball alive here for the Sharks. They've got all Scorpions players up in the line.
Numbers out here on the right, just can't connect up with them. Try to bat it out. 60 seconds left in the first half. All Scorps in this one. I just want to finish the set, get down the other end.
I think if they finish the set, then it's probably not enough time for the Sharks to hit back before halftime as well. So it's crucial on just keeping the ball in possession here for the Scorpions. That's all they're looking for.
Decent start to their set as well. Made pretty good meters. Have an opportunity to have another crack. Warman scoops with the right. Almost could have been some numbers out there on the right-hand side.
Created numbers. The link was just flat, though, not able to hit the ball at pace, so gave the Sharks defenders a chance to recover. I think they'll struggle to get a really good crack here, though, with only 14 seconds left in the half. They pretty much need the next drive that's going to be a ball down. And that'll probably see us out, I think, Scott, to half-time.
Yeah, Scorps players just having a look over on the scoreboard to see how much time was left on the clock. They'd be happy to go into the halftime break and get a little bit of a breather. Big second half needed for the South Queensland Sharks. They're down by 3 on the Pain Away scoreboard. 4-1 advantage with the Scorps. This will have to take something special here from the Sharks to get back into this one, Lee.
Absolutely, it will. It's 3 tries and in finals games as well, with that pressure up a little bit more, particularly a grand final, obviously. So it'll take some chasing down. But they have actually looked like these Sharks. They've really just lost the field position battle. That's sort of that midfield battle that we talk about, is where they've let themselves down. So they'll get an early crack here with the tap off. They just need a clean set into the line so that they can have a look. Set play coming.
Players in motion. They go away from the sweeping players around the back. Might have been a miscommunication. The two Skinners had a bit of a conversation on the run there. Leon goes short. And touch made on Aaron Jones. So the roll out of their end of the field here, the Scorpions. Fahim, in the first half, he was impressive. Changes here.
Had to wait a little bit there, the Scorps, to get their players on, so it slowed down that roll ball slightly. Gave the Sharks a chance to get into decent defensive position and keep them a long way out here if they can make it. And they have.
Refs are happy
that he was onside.
Yep.
Listened well. Aaron Jones there. Made sure that he was definitely onside, then reached out and made the touch.
Down the sideline they go as changes come on here for the Sharks. Forward. Takes them forward.
Oh, good by you. Had to dummy the ML there. It was just slightly overrun by the lead runner that was coming. It's a strong touch, mate. Scorps.
Just couldn't hold on to that one.
I think it was pretty well read by the winger too for the Scorpions, because Jason Ford was the man that hit that link hole. So even if he took it cleanly, I think that the winger was in great position here to make that touch.
Down the sideline again. Changes. Referees have picked something up though.
It's a penalty or a turnover here.
Might be another interchange infringement.
Could be one of those 7-on situations.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It says 7 fingers held up in the air there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've been all over that this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Been on the receiving end of many of those penalties against me.
So good chance again, field possession. Ooh, the old
that hurts a little bit.
Loose ball.
You can see sort of very disappointed with himself there. Damien Moore.
Through the hands it goes. Fahim takes the touch. At the back, Davies. Looping ball. Put it through the hands again.
And recycled back into the centre of the field. You can see the whole Sharks defensive line had dropped there, so they're able to pick up another 10 metres. Could be important at the back end of this set.
Davies again, nice wraparound play. They float one over the top. Eey, big diving finish.
I think the referees are happy that the pass was backwards. Yeah.
Ooh, I think the sideline closest to the grandstand might have had a different opinion. The Sharks players were pointing in his direction. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's a great decision by it's a rooster play, so the wraparound play that we've seen multiple times certainly on the streamed games this week. But you could see that what was so impressive was that he was able to catch it and pass before the link got to him. The link had jammed up in his face, but to sort of cut the next player out and go straight to the winger, it's a really good decision in a split second.
Paul McPherson, the try scorer for the Scorpions. What a handy lead this is now.
They'll have the count restarted here, Sharks. Skinner in the middle.
Oh, great job to hold on to that.
Catch it. Tripped over his own feet, I think, but then, oh no. And now we see a changeover.
Forward pass.
Was it? Forward. Okay. That should be a ball down, I think.
Ooh, yeah.
No arguments there from Daniel Hamilton, actually. He just put his hands up and said, yep, that's me, sorry. Needs to have a big role in defence now to make sure that they keep him out.
Ricky Best with the footy.
Ricky Best came on and whispered something behind the ball, used the ball to shield the mouth,
the magic
whisper
ball.
the play. Here it is.
Strong indeed.
Held their shape really well there, the Scorps.
Best takes him on. Managed to get into the in-goal area. Touch affected eventually.
It was an excellent line that he ran at the defensive player that was offside, but he had so much support either side of him from the Scorps players who were set and onside. You can see the middle that made the touch is in strife, but then this saver middle and the link both converged to make that touch there, which is great team defence.
Changes on the puck again here for the Scorps. Nice ball movement. Mormon from half. Picks up, skips.
Short side.
Good D. Rockets. The backwards flick straight into the breadbasket. Straight back onto the footy here, the Sharks. Down by 4. They need to get points on the board. Try to spark them back into this match.
Might be a penalty here too, Scott, I believe.
Which way is it going? Player being called out.
Yeah, something
on
untoward. It's being summoned. Not a great lip reader, Scott, so I can't work out what he's saying there, but he's gone for a sub, and that hand signal would suggest for grabbing, I think, after the touch. So they'll have 5 on only here for a second. And that should be...
Oh, no! He's dropped it.
That's...
Oof.
Big play.
Hoots there. You won't be too happy with that. There's a few hands on heads. In the box. Juggled. No.
It's a great
Head
play
down.
too from the Sharks, recognising there was only 5 players on the field. Centre sweeper went back the other way, and it just needed to be held. They've done well in defence here, though, the Sharks getting up and making that touch without any metres being claimed. And again, really, 2 touches, both 10 metres their own side of halfway, and they've really gone up a gear here, the Sharks, in their last couple of defensive sets. Getting fresh legs on now, too.
A couple of changes. Ford and Jones onto the park. Nice early ball. They go the phase. Is the onside?
Oh, it can't be a ball down. It's someone else's foot that kicked it. So.
Not happy.
Okay. It can be a ball down. I stand corrected.
Yeah, that's what they've called. Let's have a look. Short off the ruck. Yeah, it's come off the Scorps' foot.
Poor call, but that's okay. They can happen. Again, the Sharks looking to muscle up here. Make sure that they make plenty of touches. Keep them as far away from this line on the last touch as possible.
Last one now.
5th and last now.
Oh, Davies, what's the call here?
He's found a penalty here.
So Jones might have been offside. Second Sharks player has made the touch.
5-1. This is a real test for the Sharks here. They have some tired legs out there. And this essentially buries the game here, Scott, I think. Good sniper out of link there. Up out of the line was Jason Ford to chop that off quickly. No threat.
Just realign the Scorpions. Shaping for the sweep. They get it this time around. Early release from Davies. Space out here on the right-hand side. Forced to come back midfield. Oh, it does a fantastic job. Can't get away from Jones.
Well, the finishing skills from the winger there were awesome. He's going to have no half to it. He needs to roll the ball, I would think. They've been called to play on now. Ooh. Well done. The finishing skills run really. It jinked back inside and got all the way back to a covering middle. So it's a great effort by the middle there, Aaron Jones.
Overton assisting in the roll ball. As they fire it back on the inside, doesn't come off any hands. Misdirected pass.
Ricky Best was the man that was heading sideways, wanted to get in behind that defender that had come up and just push that pass, unfortunately. So they're going to have good field position here, Scorps, as they get their subs rolling on.
Over the top of the hands.
Sinker pass there, wasn't it? The lob over the top of the link.
Skinner trying to get them Straight back onto the football, get down the other end of the field.
Yeah, there's a serious amount of urgency now from the Sharks, and they're obviously sensing that their time with 11 minutes is pretty much now, though. That's not going to help their cause. And this is the problem, like the balancing act between wanting to be on the ball really, really quickly and also wanting to be down the other end as quickly as possible. You're sort of starting to chase the scoreline a little bit, which is where those mistakes can come into play too. Although, speaking of mistakes,
Fleetja.
it's just poor old number 9 there, Warman, just no idea the ball was travelling towards him.
So the door stays slightly ajar. Under 10 minutes to go, halfway through the second half period. They've got to score next, the Sharks.
A lot of time. The ball spent a lot of time on the deck there. They've got a rooster play now for Skinner.
Grabs across field. Receives the ball back.
Kept it alive. Recycled really well there.
Picks up early release. Might be a penalty coming towards the Sharks.
Yeah. I feel that the lead middle there that made the touch was certainly onside before getting involved in that play again. He was lucky that the saver middle, the other middle that was back and set, also made the touch. Otherwise, it would have been play-through advantage.
Jones back onto the park. Oh, has a little go himself. Referee's going to point to the spot. Yeah. So caught napping on the line. Saw that happen on the flip side. And the Sharks were defending earlier on in the match.
It's a hard move to defend here because Aaron Jones gets the ball back in his hands so quickly, and he's a live player, so he can dive at the line, whereas if your acting half goes there, obviously they can't score. So being able to have the ball back as a live player and then be able to dive at the line makes it really hard for those retreating defenders that the Scorpions had.
So marching back down to 3. 5-2 on the Painaway scoreboard. Just gives the Sharks a hope. Cannot leak any more points though, and they're back onto the attack, and they are going to Warman to Davies. Here's those two have combined a lot throughout this tournament. He has been phenomenal, Shane Warman.
It's a quality bit of attack here. You can see the quickie splits and gets to the open side of his defender, and the link is just so concerned about whether his middle defender's going to get there or not that he just makes a rash decision in the end to go in and shut. And that just opens the link hole perfectly. You can see the middle defender might have even got there too, but you just, without being down on the ground, you don't sort of know what's being said or how much panic's going into that.
Back out to 4. 6-2. Oh, it's a good ball.
It's a great pass, yeah.
Good hands. Gives them an opportunity to realign. Have another crack. Last touch.
Step back. Numbers. Oh, it's a great wing defence. There might be 6 to go here by the looks, though. New 6 for the Sharks.
Play it now on the 7. Just trying to get in between the middles. Can't do it. Brick wall defence from the Scorps.
See, I'm not convinced that he's onside there. If the ball's been rolled on the 7, he should be able to make the line with both feet, but they're going to hit back here anyway.
Back down to a 3-try margin.
To Aaron Jones again, that's threatening out of half, especially with these left to right passes that he's throwing. Because he's thrown long a couple of times, he then gets defenders outside him, so interested in protecting the wing and link space. And obviously, I think it's Hoots, is it, off the ball, number 4 for Sharks, that split, got himself back into that short hole. And it keeps us all interested in this game, really, Scott.
Yeah, definitely.
Certainly seen stranger things happen in the game of touch football than 3 touchdowns in 7 minutes. 6 minutes.
We said it in the last attacking raid, they couldn't manage to hold, and they're not going to hold here. Just holding off the Scorps again, and they just roll straight through the middle. That's a tough one to take.
It's a massive, massive impact on the game. That the Sharks, every time they've got close, so they've started cutting the gap, Scorpions, their very next tap-off, they've been able to hit back in that set of 6, and that makes the game look far different to what it could have been if potentially the scoreline was obviously still at 5-3 with the Sharks holding out after scoring touchdowns. So that's a big play.
Jason Sarangaival with the points for all the Scorps. Every time the Sharks just claw their way back in, they seem to have an answer for them.
Decent position, but it's a very slow roll ball. Going to get a good crack here out of half. Oh, it's a nice pass. I think it's also an incredibly good touch. It's the number 8 out there for Scorps. On the wing, I think. Made a cracking touch there.
Strong contact. Referee's just going to say,
Stand
back up to your feet.
Stand up and roll it, I think. That's the advice given. Don't know that the Scorps would mind, though, the extra 40 seconds they've got to take out of the game there with a 4-try lead.
Ooh, just squeeze that one away.
Just.
Played on the halfway line. Put it through the hands. Warman again takes him on short side. Skips away, no.
Touch called, yeah. Ran a really nice line there, Warman, from acting half, but equally good defence.
March up an extra 10 metres as well. There was a delay getting the ball back to the mark.
Absolutely.
The gamesmanship will start to creep in now from the Scorps, winding the clock down. 3.5 to go here on the Payne away clock.
Have sort of earned the right to be able to do that, though, through how well they played for the last 30 minutes of the game.
Ooh, contact.
Very strong touch. I think there's going to be a penalty, I would suggest.
For sub as well.
Yeah. So they're going to have another crack at attacking with just 5.
And they'll take full advantage.
Is there a touch call?
Touch, man.
Yeah,
I thought the ball was down.
I think it was down, but it was down. Oh, Aaron Jones with the biggest dummy I've seen there. And he's going to get the ball back and be alive.
Well, they got the full complement back as well.
Yeah.
6 on 6. There was a bit of confusion there. They didn't send somebody
Jones
out straight away.
Long to the wing.
It's all going to be too little too late for the Sharks. Pretty comprehensive performance overall from the Scorps.
Yeah, they've been clinical here, the Scorpions. They've been under all sorts of pressure for multiple times in this second half.
Here we go. Ooh,
Foot race now. Oh, they've just, this part of the game has been really impressive. They're recycling through the middle of the field. I think it's worn the Sharks out a huge amount. Oh, there's no penalty given there. The Sharks will get another look.
Overton trudging forward now. More dishes from half. Ricky Best back out onto the field. Skinner floats it over the top.
Good platform for Skinner from half.
Takes a deflection
to go. That's what they've done so well, the Scorpions, though. They've crashed definitely on Leon Skinner every time that he's gone from acting half. There's been a huge amount of pressure on him, making him have to try and throw long to the wing, which is not an easy pass to throw.
Best plays it within the 7. Back to Skinner. Best,
nice
they
play.
go phase. Searching for a penalty at least. Yeah. Throws the ball away. They will get the penalty.
They've got a penalty, yeah.
Under a minute left on the clock now. Again, the Sharks get another one on the board.
There'll be some space here.
Oh, hands again.
Really important knockdown again from Terry Joe. He's done 2 here that'd probably save potential tries in this last couple of minutes. Going to end up winning the game by a couple of try lead, but to see that desperation in defence for the Scorpions would be very pleasing.
Oh, did well to hold on to that one. He's in the motion of putting that one down. Try to go to the no touch again. Still holds on to the ball. Richard Foote plays it now. Pick up from half. Nice work. Gets into the in goal. Can't hold on to it.
And that's probably about all we'll have time for, I think, Scott. There's hands up in the air for the Scorpions players.
Yeah, they have done it.